I think we played 31 shows in 59 days.
Aber Christian, wenn du so 2 Seconds pro Song.
Klingt schon gut, ne?
Kann ich check nochmal die Ein- und Ausgänge?
Also mehr wollen wir eigentlich nicht.
So, an alle, die Show geht gleich los. Ich wünsche euch eine gute Show und viel Spaß.
Viel Spaß!
Mute for me means to calm down, think before you talk. Don't post anything on social media without being aware of the consequences and the responsibility you have always online. And yeah, just act smart and think more than acting impulsive. And just a little bit calm down, shut down all the noise we have right now on social media, which is, in my opinion, really distracting and annoying, also very dangerous. Like the loudest person always wins without any argument. And mute should be, for me, it's a symbol for like it's the opposite. Like arguments should win again after thinking, then talking. And that's the whole concept album about. I really hope I made some nice lyrics about this topic and the music fits.
We're very honoured to have Jan in the building. We're going to listen through some tracks from this forthcoming album.
Actually, pretty new experience was that the first reaction I got for the album was on a listening session at the Armada office in Amsterdam at ADE, which I never did before. All my mind is about like how youth and our generation is losing himself in social media, and AI was the next step for me to write about it. Well, it was a really nice experience to be so close to the people and some journalists and all the people who worked with me and had some drinks later. It's completely different vibes than releasing your album the first time on a concert, on a real concert on stage. Yeah, it was a really nice experience. Thanks to everybody who was there. That was fun. Oh yeah, thank you all guys for your trust, and I'm so happy it's finally that album was coming out here. Thank you much.
And with album releases we always pop.
Ja, die andere. Die ist fetter, aber die ist jetzt für den Raum hier fast ein bisschen zu lang. Macht so jetzt kaum Unterschied, aber es war vorhin viel besser. The band is more music, you know, like with a band, it's real live music. That's where I come from, where I see myself as a live musician, as a authentic producer, and it fits perfectly to be on stage with my drummer. Yeah, just bring the things on point live, which I had rehearsed so long before. I mean, maybe people think I'm just going on stage and playing my shit, but actually no. We have to rehearse and we have to plan everything like at least 2 months before. And when the final moment comes and you play your album tour and everything works out, it's just the most satisfaction you can get as an artist, I think. Even when it's totally synchronized with the light show and the visuals, that's exactly what makes me really happy. The collaboration with Telekolleg is very special because what I really love about these guys is they're so focused on the show. And after the show, we're like little kids having fun in the first time in the club. And it's a really good vibe that it's a mixture of working really grown up, like an adult, professional on stage, and then be very inner child after the show. With Telekolleg we have a really good vibe since like maybe 10 years, I don't know.
Gute alte Zeit. Damals. In Amsterdam, weißt du noch?
Gestern?
Hast du irgendwelche
Das Material, das kann er nie verwenden. Da muss er jetzt jedes Mal schneiden. Du machst ihm das Leben das schwer. Mann, ey. Das ist einen guten Content mal von uns zu machen. Hier, guck mal, jetzt sieht man ja noch.
Oh ja, das geht ja gar nicht. Mond.
Willkommen in London im Brixton.
And I mean, Sean Blum, I don't have to say much about Sean Blum. He was my childhood friend in the 90s. I think it's actually really fulfilling to bring your old friends on a worldwide tour again. I think I'm really privileged to be able to do that. I think not many artists can bring their childhood friends back on tour.
Video sieht aber erstmal cool aus. Relativ crisp. Vom Prinzip her fühlt sich das für mich zum ersten Mal so an, dass ich mir denke, wir haben jetzt auch vorhin noch ein paar Sachen korrigiert, auch bei Midnight Sun haben die Lampen gegen den Curtain geschossen. Und dann ist die Magic weg. Dann siehst du so und bei Vinny auch so, fahren wir extrem dunkel und der Haze macht ganz viel. Und es gibt so Momente, wo er auch in diesem Rahmen tanzt, weil wir haben das auch Hochformat gedreht damals. Und die Ansage war, versuch die Hälfte wenigstens bei einer Tanzperformance in diesem Käfig zu machen und dann ist er halt physisch auf der Bühne.
Ja, genau, deswegen das Schwarz, dadurch, dass es schwarz im Hintergrund ist, ist beim Kontrast so gut, dass irgendwann verschwimmt sich die Figur, die mitten auf der Bühne stand.
The Sometimes, honestly, I really enjoy the 12-hour flights, like from London to Los Angeles or from Madrid to Mexico City, or the typical classic 12-hour flights, and then you go to the plane and think, oh God, this is so far. And suddenly you start thinking, and just it's like one of these rare moments we have nowadays. We're like totally out of Wi-Fi. You watched all the movies already that they offer in the planes. You don't like anybody next to you. You really want to be quiet and mute, and suddenly you start, I don't know, thinking a lot about everything, reflecting, and also I start writing a lot in the books. I'm not writing music, but a lot of lyrics in the airplanes. And I think it's a really, really important moment of every creative process for artists. Being on stage is the easiest part because you cannot think much, you just function. Getting all this lack of sleep and expectations towards you as an artist or as a musician or as a human, first from the fan side, from the promoter side, also from the family at home, girlfriend, kids. Everybody has expectations and you're never really there. The only moment I'm 100% there is when I'm on stage. Wieso wackelt der so? Na egal. Ich gehe mal was essen. When I'm at home, it's really hard to focus 100%, and I'm feeling so sorry if I cannot do that always in the best way, because as a musician, I'm always here and everywhere at the same time, and it's not easy to be present on the moment where I am right now. You go on stage and people start smiling just because of what I do. This is it's a big privilege, and this gives you so much motivation. I think every musician can just be thankful and grateful to have the opportunity to do that. Do what you love, and that makes people happy. I think for every artist, it's the most important thing to make the people happy and to leave them, send them home with a good feeling, or maybe like a little melancholic feeling, but with a happy face and maybe some new perspectives of music or of life or everything.
And he was the performer who changed my life.
We can feel his love through the music to you.
Jan is awesome, awesome, thank you.
I was dancing, I was jumping all the time.
It's super emotional.
Way more intimate, way more intimate.
Show war krass, Musik war geil, hat Bock gemacht, geile Vocals.
Ich hatte auch voll einen stressigen Tag und jetzt bin ich wieder richtig gut drauf. Also ich bin mega happy, ich weiß gar nicht.
But now, as I did all the journey, I would not give any advice to my younger self. I'm super thankful that I was a little naive and full of power and energy and patience and passion and visions, ideas, and I'm I'm super thankful that I was able to be the first generation who started with the MacBook as a studio. Internet, everything has good things and bad things. I would not give an advice to my younger self. I'm super thankful I did this way, and I came so far, and I still have some fun on continuing for a long, long time, hopefully.
Weltbrandes, suche den Weltbrandes.
Das bin ich!
Bitteschön.
Oh my god! For way too long. Never hurts, no. Fires turn to stone.
Yo, yo, yo!
Today's here and tomorrow I'll be gone.
Bisschen müde.
Ich habe einmal entschieden, dass ich früher ins Bett gehe und was ist? Das zahlt sich überhaupt nicht aus. Kommt sofort eine Grenzkontrolle.